Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The Seven from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The Seven is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The Seven podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
John, Jane, Rich, the Oscars were last night. Is there anything we need to cover from the Oscars, Kyle?
I think just kind of like the basics. So it was kind of wild because Wicked was nominated for 10, only won like 2 or 3 awards. Nora was actually the big winner at the Academy Awards ceremony last night. Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Original Screenplay, Best Editing, Best Director. They all went to Nora. Flo was named Best Animated Feature. Wicked was recognized for like Best Costumes and Best Production Design. Conan O'Brien was the host of the show, and I thought he did a really good job. He was very funny. The whole show to me, like I watched literally from like start to end, and I am so tired of them. Like, it's like that show could be 20 minutes. Like, give us the best picture, give us the best supporting, give us the best actor, and then maybe just like list the rest of them.
It could be an Instagram Live.
I did notice that, I believe, and unless I missed it, but I think I was watching pretty intently during the In Memoriam, they didn't honor Michelle Trachtenberg, and I'm like, you got Gene Hackman who died like a day after her. Uh-huh. You would think that they would honor her, so I thought that was a big miss, but. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, when they Ariana Grande opened up with Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then
Gorgeous.
Cynthia Erivo came, and then they sang Defying Gravity together, and it was like literally the best moment of the whole show.
There's no fight we cannot win, just you and I, defying gravity, with you and I, defying gravity.
Oh, they just sound so
Chills.
I like Cynthia Erivo's teeth. I was staring at them the whole time. I was
this
like,
duo.
I think it's
I love
teeth that
them.
white.
Oh, why we stop
I
it?
love them. I love them together. They did a whole thing for the Spy 007, right? And they did this thing where they had 3 of the songs from the movies. They came and Lisa sang one, and Doja Cat sang Diamonds Are Forever.
That was insane. Diamonds are forever. Hold one up and then caress it.
So Ray also saying it was like this whole tribute to the James Bond film franchise, which could be like changing because Amazon's got a hold of it now. Kieran Culkin, he won for Best Supporting Actor, and his speech was so funny because he was talking about how he had this whole deal with his wife when he won the Golden Globe that, like, she was like, yeah, if you win, I'll give you a 3rd kid. And apparently a deal was made about a 4th kid.
Swear to God this happened. It was just over a year ago. She said, I will give you 4 when you win an Oscar. I held my hand out. She shook it, and I have not brought it up once until just now. You remember that, honey? You do? I just have this to say to you, Jazz. Love of my life. Ye of little faith. No pressure. I love you. I'm really sorry I did this again. And let's get cracking on those kids. What do you say?
Adrian Brody won the Best Actor award for The Brutalist last night, which I have not seen, but his speech was 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I was getting so mad at him.
Yeah.
There was actually a moment though, like when he was walking up, it was really funny. He had gum in his mouth and he had to like throw it to his wife. His wife like caught the gum. But his speech upset me.
I have his speech if you would like to play the whole thing.
No.
Best parts.
Winning and I'm oddly just brilliant. And I'm wrapping up. Please, I'm wrapping up. I will wrap up. Please turn the music off.
Isn't that rude, though?
No, it was so rude because he said, I'm wrapping up. I've done this before. Turn the music off. And they turned the music off and he's like, I'll be brief. And then he went on for like 5 more minutes. I was like, oh my gosh.
I'm not going to watch the movie because of him now.
Yeah, so host Conan O'Brien did take a dig at Drake, though.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile.
Oh, my God.
Don't worry, I'm lawyered up. Anyway.
Everyone's faces were like, oh, okay, well, it's a good thing you are lawyered up because there probably will be a lawsuit filed over that.
I thought that was so random.
Those were like the wildest moments. The rest of it, I'm like, I love seeing the unsung heroes get their day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's fantastic. But also, it's like, it should be an option. You know what I mean? Like, televise it, but give us the good stuff first, and then give the option, because it's like you don't want to, like, these are the people that never get the spotlight, and that is really, really cool, and you don't want to take that away from them. But like, it was almost 4 hours long.
Do you know what they need to do? They need to come back to when we really cared about the movies that won. The best part was Wicked, which is a movie a lot of people saw and loved, and then you go into all these independent things that nobody's ever seen. If you kept it big time with the big shows, with the big performance, we'd be more interested.
It's kind of like with the Grammys when some random artist wins the...
It is, but the Grammys has been kicked and screamed into the now, where they've done a good job of making it current now. They need to do the same thing with the Oscars again.
Because when Wicked lost makeup, I was like, come on now. They literally made Cynthia Erivo. I mean,
who they lost to was pretty
crazy.
good.
I mean, because that was Demi Moore, right?
It was like the movie or whatever, but they like literally transformed like this body into this weird thing.
True. But I was like, they literally made her look like she was actually green. Like, it blew my mind.
They did a great job, but that was the only
green makeup.
Yes, Ron looked like skin.
Give her an award.
Like skin.
No, it did. They did a really good job, and I actually watched like a whole thing on how long it took them to do that, and it was intricate. But I did think who they lost to in makeup.
Do you know there was a record last night? Diane Warren, she's done a bunch of songs. I guess she's been nominated 16 times for Academy Award, and she's lost 16 times.
Oh, that's impressive.
That's like the biggest like loser streak ever.
That's sad.
I know.
That is.
She's
really
like
sad.
almost there every
I know.
time.
Didn't do it again. So overall, I mean, the Oscars, too long, but then there were some tidbits in there but there was no Oscar slap this year. There was not. Like, for me, the most entertaining parts were watching the front row. It was like Timothée Chalamet and like Kylie Jenner, and the pictures of them, like, you know, like getting close together. They were really adorable.
Kylie Jenner got her bag. I'm proud of her.
I know.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.